make you need lip stuff?
Dry? Mm-hmm. I don't care.
You're like, this is life.
This is who I am. I'm dehydrated. I don't have time for lip gloss. Like, all right, let's go.
Okay.
But thank you.
Thank you.
I got it.
Thank you. This is just BTS of women having women's bags.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful and excited to be here with you two. Mama Cax, I'm so excited about because she has broken boundaries. She used what society deemed as her weakness as truly her strength.
I wear it because this might be my last day on earth. I'm gonna wear it.
Being in her presence and hearing her story was so incredibly inspiring. Jamila Jamil is someone who has truly worn her heart on her sleeve.
I am so grateful that I try to make sure that I literally celebrate every day, and that is with cake and fashion.
She's funny, honest, and she is exactly what you'd want in an activist you look up to. We all have our own insecurities. We all have things that we're struggling with. It's so important to remember that we're all in this together.
Take two, Mark.
Hashtag power dressing. What does power dressing mean to both of you?
Wearing whatever it is that you want to wear, whatever makes you feel confident, as long as you are doing what makes you feel powerful.
I agree. Especially being here in New York during the winter, people tend to wear a lot of dark colors, lots of black and grays. And for me, I love to just go out in the winter wearing like a full bright yellow or orange and being the only little, colorful dot on the train.
I love that.
And you can see how it changes people's mood around you too. They just start smiling once they see, this.
Because they're like, oh, sunshine came onto the train today.
Yeah, and also I think in my past, I've used makeup and clothing as a way to cover myself up, whereas now I use makeup and clothing in a way that brings attention to myself, that celebrates what I have. And I think that's a sad thing that's happening now in our culture, is that everything's about covering up who you are. And I think it's nice to, like, for example, your eye makeup. I'm obsessed with your eye makeup right now. I love the fact that it just draws attention to your face.
It was the first thing that we saw when we walked on set.
Yeah. And so I do think you're right. I think it changes the whole vibe.
Yeah.
Fashion is also art. It's all it is. It's not vacuous. I understand that sometimes the way the industry gets portrayed can make it seem that way, but fashion is art. Makeup is art. These things are all ways of expressing ourselves, and this is how we communicate with each other. It's how we find our people.
Tell me about your style and how it evolved to where you are today.
I just think I tried to hide myself in college. So I would avoid wearing bright lipstick because I didn't want to sort of like have too much attention on me, right? But I think the more I became confident, I started playing around with colors more, wearing, bold fabrics, wearing bright red lipstick. And to me, it was sort of like a way to show that I was here, I deserve to be here, and I'm gonna, let my personality shine.
I allowed other people to tell me who I was and what I should look like, and I wore very, very high heels with very, very tiny dresses. Nothing wrong with that, but it wasn't who I was. I use fashion as a way to express myself before I even open my mouth, because people judge you from the second you walk into a room, especially as a businesswoman, and especially as someone who is in a position of somewhat power and privilege in this industry. It says something about me before anyone else can. And so I used to dress only in black and blue, and now I wear colors and patterns, and it genuinely does alter my mood.
How have you been able to use your vulnerability and what society may deem as your weakness as a strength and a key to your success?
I think on my end, it was really about using this platform to show my true self. I didn't want to think about what everyone else was posting. I didn't want to think about making, pictures pretty and whatnot. I just wanted to show who I was. It started with me posting a picture of myself with my prosthetic exposed. To me, it was about changing the narrative and showing disability does not look one way. And our lives are just so multifaceted, and I just wanted to show all the different parts of me. So that's how it started.
Mine was genuinely through my I Weigh movement, me fighting back against the system and then watching literally almost 1 million people fight back with me. It's a movement against shame, and it's teaching us to rethink how we value ourselves. We deserve so much more than what we've been fed, and so it's this radically inclusive space, this wonderful, supportive community.
What is one piece of advice that you'd love to leave all of us with today?
Whatever you're going through, know that you are not alone. Because oftentimes I think what gets people hopeless is thinking that whatever they're going through, there's no solution and that they're the only ones going through it, know that you're not alone and there's always someone out there to help.
Be your best friend. If you wouldn't tolerate something being said to someone you love, you're not allowed to say it to yourself.
I learned that today. We've been the biggest inner bully our entire life, but we need to start being our best friend.
It's not going to go the way you think it will every time, okay?
And that's a wrap.